Before you rush into this day, take one quiet breath and hear this gently. You do not have to carry yesterday into this morning. You do not have to drag old fear, old disappointment, old confusion, and old heaviness into a day that God has already touched with new mercy. Maybe your mind woke up before your body did. Maybe the worries started early. Maybe the questions returned before the sun fully rose. What if this morning is not just another day to survive, but a sacred invitation to begin again with God? There is a reason your heart needed this moment. Not because everything around you is perfect, and not because all the answers have arrived overnight, but because your soul is hungry for peace that circumstances cannot control. Deep down, you know that peace is not found in having the whole plan. Peace is found in knowing the one who holds the plan. And if you are listening right now with a tired mind, a burdened heart, or a spirit that has been stretched thin, let this settle into you. God is not late in your life. He is not absent in your confusion. He is not silent because he has left you. Even here, even now, he is near. This is a fresh start. Not because the past did not happen, but because God's mercy is bigger than what happened. Not because you suddenly feel strong, but because his strength meets you honestly, right where you are. This morning is not asking you to be fearless. It is asking you to be willing to trust again, willing to release what you cannot control, willing to believe that God can guide you one step at a time, even if you cannot yet see the whole road. Sometimes we wake up already carrying pressure to figure everything out, pressure to fix what feels broken, pressure to be okay before we actually are. And little by little, the soul grows tired under the weight of trying to manage a future we were never meant to control. But God does not begin this day by demanding that you have everything together. He begins by offering his presence. He begins by saying, "Come close." He begins by reminding you that direction is not born out of panic. Clarity does not grow well in fear. Peace is where wisdom starts. You may have been asking God for a sign, for an answer, for some kind of certainty. You may be standing in a place where one decision feels heavy, one relationship feels uncertain, one burden feels too personal to explain. You may be smiling on the outside while carrying private battles nobody sees. But the God who formed your heart knows exactly what has been weighing on it. He sees what others miss. He hears the prayers you have not even had words to finish. He knows the places where you are strong in public and weary in private. Nothing about your inner struggle is hidden from him. And maybe that is what your spirit needs to remember this morning. You are not lost just because you are in process. You are not forgotten just because the answer has not arrived yet. You are not failing just because the road feels slower than you hoped. Some of the holiest work God does in our lives happens in quiet seasons, in uncertain seasons, in the in-between places where faith learns to breathe without full explanation. It is easy to trust when the way forward is obvious. It is harder to trust when all you have is a prayer and the next step still feels unclear. But sometimes God gives light for the step you are on, not the whole staircase ahead. Sometimes his guidance comes softly. Sometimes it comes as restraint. Sometimes it comes as peace that stays when a certain option is right, and unrest that lingers when something is not for you. His direction is not always loud, but it is faithful. He knows how to lead those who are willing to listen. So if your mind has been crowded with noise, let this morning become a place of reset. You do not need every voice. You do not need every opinion. You do not need to let fear narrate this day before it even begins. There is a difference between being informed and being overwhelmed. There is a difference between planning and spiraling. Some of you have been mentally living in moments that have not even happened yet, and it has been stealing peace from the morning God gave you. Come back. Come back to this breath. Come back to this moment. Come back to the truth that the Lord is with you now. God is able to guide a surrendered heart, not a perfect heart, not a never struggles heart, a surrendered one, a heart that says, Lord, I do not know everything, but I trust you. I do not see the full picture, but I believe you do. I cannot force peace, but I can receive it from your hands. There is something deeply powerful about starting the day that way, not with self-pressure, but with surrender, not with performance, but with dependence, not with pretending, but with honest trust. And listen carefully, because this matters. A fresh start is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it sounds like choosing not to rehearse your fears again. Sometimes it looks like refusing to let yesterday's disappointment define today's expectation. Sometimes it is simply deciding that the first voice you agree with this morning will be the voice of God, not the voice of anxiety, shame, or hopelessness. The enemy loves early fear because he knows fear can shape a day before it even begins. Fear rushes ahead. Fear assumes the worst. Fear tells you that because you do not understand, you are already in danger. But the Spirit of God leads differently. He steadies. He anchors. He reminds. He does not feed confusion. He brings light into it. He does not mock your weakness. He ministers to it. He does not shame you for being tired. He calls you back into rest. Maybe this morning you need rest more than answers. Not laziness. Not escape. Real spiritual rest. The kind that says, God is working even when I do not see movement. The kind that lets your shoulders come down and your breathing slow. The kind that stops fighting battles in your imagination before they have even happened. Some battles are won not by striving harder, but by staying close to God in the middle of uncertainty. You do not have to prove your worth today. You do not have to earn God's nearness today. You do not have to manufacture hope from your own strength. Peace is not something you build alone. It is something you receive when you let God be God. And maybe that is why this morning matters so much. Because before the meetings, before the errands, before the responsibilities, before the demands, there is this chance to realign your heart with what is true. What is true is that God has kept you through every day you thought might break you. What is true is that you are still here, still breathing, still being held by mercy. What is true is that the same God who carried you through seasons you never thought you would survive has not changed overnight. His faithfulness did not expire while you were sleeping. His wisdom did not run out because your questions increased. His love did not step back because your heart got tired. He remains who he is. And because he remains, you can begin again. If the path ahead feels blurry, ask him for today's direction, not your whole lifetime map. If your emotions feel heavy, ask him for today's strength, not strength for every future burden at once. If your heart feels wounded, ask him for today's healing touch. Grace comes daily for a reason. God meets us daily for a reason. He teaches us dependence in the most loving way, one morning at a time. Maybe you have been trying to hear God while drowning in hurry. Maybe you have been looking for clarity while ignoring the places where your soul has been exhausted. Sometimes the first step toward direction is not another rushed decision. Sometimes it is slowing down enough to let peace return. Peace is not passive. Peace is powerful. Peace clears the fog that panic creates. Peace helps you recognize what matters and what is not. Peace makes room for wisdom. So before this day pulls you in 10 directions, let your heart become still enough to say, Lord, lead me. Not just in big things, in everything. Let my thoughts, let my words, let my reactions, let my priorities, let my pace. Let me when I am tempted to hurry ahead. Let me when I am tempted to withdraw in fear. Let me when I feel strong, and lead me when I feel fragile. Because some of the biggest mistakes in life do not happen because people are evil. They happen because people are anxious, tired, unhealed, rushed, and disconnected from peace. But you do not have to let this day be driven by that. This can be a different kind of morning. A morning where your first agreement is with truth. A morning where your first surrender becomes your first victory. A morning where you stop treating peace like a luxury and start receiving it like the gift God intended it to be. If your heart has been aching for a new beginning, hear this clearly. God specializes in fresh starts. He gives beauty where there was brokenness. He gives strength where there was weakness. He gives wisdom where there was confusion. He gives peace where there was inner noise. And no, that does not always mean instant change in every circumstance. But it does mean you do not have to face this day the same way you faced the last one. So now, let this become your prayer. Father, thank you for this new morning. Thank you for the breath in my lungs and the mercy that met me before this day began. Thank you that I do not have to face today alone. Thank you that before I speak to anyone else, before I solve anything, before I carry any responsibility, I can come to you. Lord, I give you my mind this morning. Quiet every thought that is not from you. Silence the fear that keeps trying to predict disaster. Break the cycle of overthinking, heaviness, and inner unrest. Wash me with your peace. Let your truth be louder than my anxiety. Let your presence be stronger than my pressure. I give you my heart this morning. You know every hidden weight, every private grief, every unanswered question, every place where I have tried to be strong for too long. Heal what is tired in me. Strengthen what feels weak in me. Restore what has been worn down by worry, disappointment, or delay. Where I have become discouraged, breathe hope back into me. Where I have become confused, bring clarity. Where I have become afraid, anchor me in your love. I give you this day. Go before me in every conversation, every decision, every task, every interruption, and every unseen moment. Order my steps. Keep me from rushing ahead of you. Keep me from shrinking back in fear. Show me what matters most. Help me hear your guidance in the simple things and trust you in the hidden things. If there is something I need to release, give me courage to release it. If there is something I need to pursue, give me wisdom to pursue it with peace. Lord, protect my peace today. Guard my mind from confusion. Guard my heart from bitterness. Guard my spirit from heaviness. Teach me to notice when I am carrying what you never asked me to carry. Teach me to pause before panic grows. Teach me to return to you quickly. Let peace lead me today, not pressure. Let faith lead me today, not fear. Let truth lead me today, not old wounds. And Father, for the one listening right now who feels worn down, please remind them that they are not forgotten. For the one who feels behind, remind them that your timing is not failing. For the one who feels uncertain, remind them that you still direct the steps of those who trust you. For the one who feels emotionally exhausted, let your comfort rest on them in a real and unmistakable way. Be close to them. Be gentle with them. Be strong for them where they are weak. I choose to trust you with what I understand and with what I do not understand. I choose to believe that you are already at work in places I cannot yet see. I choose to begin this day with surrender instead of striving. Fill this morning with your presence, this mind with your peace, this heart with your strength, and this day with your direction. In Jesus' name, amen. And as you step into this day, do not forget what was settled here. You are not walking into uncertainty alone. You are not starting empty. You are not trying to create peace from nothing. The Lord goes with you. His wisdom will meet you. His calm can cover you. His grace will be enough for what this day asks of you. If this prayer spoke to where you are, you can leave the words, God, lead me in peace in the comments. And if you have a prayer need on your heart, share it there too. Let this be a place where faith speaks softly but honestly. Now carry this into your morning like a quiet fire. Let peace guard your heart. Let trust steady your steps. Let God lead you one moment at a time. What you need for today will be there when today unfolds. And the one who woke you up this morning will not leave you without the grace to walk through it. Be still. Be guided. Be at peace. God is already ahead of you.